Welcome aboard again, Mearties. See you picked a fine day to come and see what old Biff is doing. I was just noticing and looking around the boat here. There seems to be a fair bit of hardware missing. So we're going to put it back. The other day, we put the rudder cheeks back on for a test fit. Look not too bad. Have a look. Today, we're going to do a test fit of the Boomkin beams. Just a rough fit. Make sure the holes line up. Things like that, And as far as doing anything else, yeah, we'll see, I guess. Depends on how the old boy feels about it. Friday. Tends to want to go home and relax on Friday. Anyways. Enjoy.
So as you can see, the rudder cheeks are looking fairly good. They still need to be final fit and stained and installed, which will happen after repaint. But for the most part, I'd say the rudder cheeks are pretty much done. So today I'm going to have a look at the Boomkin beams. You can see here, this is where they used to live. I had to take a grinder to the surface because they had some old polysulfide goo there that needed to come off. But I'll take care of that another day. But for today, I'm going to see how the wood fits. Just put it down and see if the bolts line up. So hang around and see what happens. I thought the rudder cheeks were going to be difficult to drill. I used the old rudder cheek as a template, then I over-drilled, filled, and then re-drilled the rudder cheeks. And as I expected, there was 10 holes in each cheek, and they had to line up pretty much perfectly. So some of them were a little bit off, but for the most part, I was able to test fit them, and where the bolts didn't go through, I was able just to use a drill and open up the holes just a little bit, enough to run the bolt through. So they fit. The Boomkin beams, however, there's only 3 holes per beam, and bit of a disaster. Here's what they look like. With this is the starboard side Boomkin. You can see that bolt is in the hole. That bolt is way off, and that bolt is just a little bit off. And the same is true in the reverse. If I take this bolt out and put that bolt in, this one's still a way off, and this one's a little bit off. So there's no way with the holes drilled as they are that that's going to fit. This side is in pretty much similar shape. Not quite as bad. The aft or forward bolt here, I guess, is in the hole. The mid bolt is about a half a diameter of the hole out, and this one here is quite a bit out. So I need to come up with a way of drilling those things so that they're absolutely accurate. I still want to do the epoxy sleeve method because these 2 pieces were rotten on the original installation. So I think it's important to protect the wood as much as I can. But how I'm going to drill them right now, I don't know. I have to figure that one out. Maybe I should just go home, have a cup of tea or something. Okay, so here's the plan from the factory for the Boomkin beams. 64 inches long, 4 inches wide, and the holes need to be drilled at 3 inches plus 6 inches plus 6 inches. So that's what's on the plan. Now, of course, it's not in relation to anything on the deck itself. So, let's measure and see what we got here. So, from the first one to the second one, we've got center to center. It looks like 5 3/4. 5 7/8. 5 3/4. And from the second one to the third one, we've got 5 1/2. There's no surprise there that they're not lining up. Let's have a look at this side. Okay. So that one is from center to center, 5 1/2. And center to center, 5 3/4. So when I drilled my holes, I drilled them what I thought was off of the template, but clearly they're not working. So that one is okay. So those two are actually correct. 5 3/4, and that one is 5 1/4. So whoever put this boat together must have originally put the Boomkin beams down on the deck and then just drilled through the deck. Maybe that's what I'll do. Rather than go to the trouble of trying to line these things up, maybe I'll just fill the holes in the deck and drill through the Boomkin beams. In fact, that seems to me to be the simplest way forward here. But if I lay the Boomkin beams down on the deck and drill through the beams into the deck, there's no guaranteeing that they're going to line up correctly once the hardware is installed. Problems? Puzzles to figure out. Just made another discovery. Have a look at this. We line up those two holes. See, the ruler is just on the edge, the outside edge there. They are not even in line. And this one, let's see what happens here. Okay, these ones are in line. Although if you look at that one, the bolt hole is a little bit elongated, meaning it was pulling or rubbing. So that one's correct. That one is not. Wow, no wonder my lined up holes didn't fit. I wonder though. No, I just used one boomkin for the template. I didn't use both boomkins for the template because I thought they would be the same. They're not the same.